Welcome to Thought Arouser, brought to you by the Vibrance Community, Life, Leadership, and the Art of Thriving. Today we're exploring one of the most challenging and beautiful calls of the Christian life, speaking the truth in love. It's a phrase we hear often, but living it out, especially in difficult conversations, requires spiritual maturity, courage, and a deep reliance on God's grace. Truth without love can wound, but love without truth can mislead. Let's start with a tension we all feel. On one hand, truth matters. God's word calls us to clarity and conviction to stand for what is right and true. On the other hand, love is the heartbeat of our faith, and without love, our words become noise, empty, or even harmful. Paul wrote in Ephesians 4:15, "Instead, speaking the truth in love, we will grow to become in every respect the mature body of Him who is the head. That is Christ." Growth, personal, relational, and spiritual, depends on this balance. If we speak the truth without love, we risk wounding others. Our words can become sharp, judgmental, or self-righteous. A good example of that would be first-century Pharisees. They knew the Scriptures, but their lack of compassion drove people away from God rather than toward Him. Conversely, love without truth can mislead. If we only affirm and never challenge, we may leave people comfortable in misunderstanding or even harm. Jesus never shied away from hard truths, but He always delivered them with compassion. Jesus modeled both conviction and compassion, even with those who opposed Him. He's our ultimate example. Let's consider His encounter with the woman caught in adultery in John 8. The religious leaders wanted to trap Jesus, demanding a harsh judgment. Jesus responded with both conviction and compassion. He challenged the accusers, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." One by one, they left. And then turning to the woman, Jesus said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go now and leave your life of sin." He didn't ignore the truth of her actions, but He also didn't condone her. His love offered hope and a path forward. Another example is Jesus' conversation with Nicodemus in John 3. Nicodemus came with questions, perhaps expecting debate, we don't know. Jesus spoke plainly about the need to be born again, but He did so with patience and respect, guiding Nicodemus toward deeper understanding. So how do we live this out? Let's first check our hearts before we speak. Let's ask God to fill us with both clarity and kindness. And when a tough conversation is ahead, pray for wisdom. Lord, help me to honor both your truth and your love. Listen well. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to truly hear someone before offering your perspective. Listening builds trust. It shows respect, even when you disagree. And let's choose our words carefully. Colossians 4:6 says, "Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone." Grace and truth are not opposites, they're partners. In today's world, we see the consequences of getting this balance wrong. Social media is full of harsh truth-telling with little love, or love that refuses to acknowledge truth. But when we combine conviction with compassion, we create space for real transformation. I'd like to say that again. When we combine conviction with compassion, we create space for real transformation. So let's take this home. Let your words be seasoned with grace, ensuring that truth and love are never separated in your conversations. When you speak the truth in love, you reflect the heart of Christ and invite others to a deeper, more authentic relationship with you and with God. Remember, truth and love. We'll see you soon.